There are 5 levels of mastering Microsoft 365 Copilot, and most people knows the basic, like typing an email or typing some suggestions or asking basic questions, right? But as we go up each level, we can get Copilot to do some crazy things like crafting stunning PowerPoint presentations or automating your repetitive tasks with Copilot agents. And at level 5, I will show you how Copilot can do the craziest thing and how I legit saved 3 hours in just 5 minutes, and I'm not even sugarcoating, okay? I'm going to walk you through every level of Copilot mastery, show you the best features at every stage and what it takes to take you to the next level. All right, let's start with level 1, the Explorer. On the Explorer level, you use Copilot to do these things. Right here, I'm in Outlook. I will click on the Copilot button at the top right, and I will just use a pre-built prompt like summarize and reply to this email. And then Copilot will go and, it will draft you a pretty generic email because we didn't give anything else to Copilot. You can see right here what's going on the screen. So that's pretty basic, right? Copilot is integrated in Outlook and absolutely with the free version, all right? And then what I see that people do in the Explorer level is that they will go into m365copilot.com, so the M365 Copilot app right here, and they will ask the following: best 5 pineapple pizza recipe, like a web search, right? And they will hit send, and while it works, you need to get to the second level is to unlock some prompting skills, all right? So let's get to the second level, the prompter, all right? So what I see a lot of people do is I have a PDF right here, the weekly sales. By instance, let me show you. We are in the Slice Baby Pizzeria, and we have some sales report right here that we receive in our inbox every week. Okay, it has roughly, 10 pages, 7 pages, whatever. And I see a lot of people do into the prompter level. They will go here and they will go to summarize this report, right? I will hit send. But what if I will tell you that if we want to scale to the prompter level, we need to take this to the next level, right? And I will introduce you a framework, a prompting framework that is called the GCES, Goal, Context, Expectation, Source Prompting Framework. Okay, so let me show you a little bit here. So I created a new Copilot tab for you to show, and I already sent my prompt, okay? Look at that. My prompt is much bigger. Instead of just summarize this report, I just split it between the goal, the context, the expectations, and the source, okay? So I will just take a little glimpse of this prompt right here. I said, hey, my weekly targets are 47K. My food costs are under 30%. And Monday morning, before I talk to my shift lead, I need to walk through like what I need to fix, okay? And I want to compare the results. I want to compare the results from this more thorough prompt where I gave way more context to Copilot and this very basic prompt that was just saying summarize this report, right? So let me put these two results side by side and you will see the difference, okay? So basically on the left, we have the pretty basic prompt that says summarize this report. And you can see here, we have some key results, we have some sales performance, we have some menu highlights, but we didn't tell Copilot exactly what we wanted, right? On the right, we ask, hey, can we have 3 things that went right, okay? So it said, hey, you beat your goal, super cool. Then we asked 3 things that went wrong, okay? There's nothing about that on the left, okay? Nothing about that. I mean, there is the areas of concern here, but it's not as well structured and it's not something that we can have a deep look at, okay? Here we go. On the left, it's pretty generic, pretty basic. And on the right, it says, hey, what needs your attention first? And look at that. It made a really, really great table, super actionable, super easy to ask this person right here. Dana is the owner, Kitchen Ops is the owner, and it referenced even the section of the PDF. You can see here sections 4 and an oven, and here's section 4 as well, right? So we asked also Copilot 2 weeks of the negative trends, callouts, and we don't have that on the left, okay? We have a very basic table, right? So my key point right here is to make sure your prompt follows the goal, context, expectation, source prompt formula. And you can also download the ebook that I made of this video that will break down every level of the Copilot mastery including all of the prompts I have used, so you can maybe copy and paste for some inspiration. Of course, I know that you don't own a pizzeria that is called Slice Slice Baby, but I thought this ebook will be useful. Okay, so what does it take to take you to the next level that I call the Copilot beginner? It takes you to get a general understanding of what Copilot can actually do. And for that, let me head to Copilot in PowerPoint. All right, I'm in PowerPoint right here, and lots of people don't even know that there is a Copilot button in their 365 apps, such as Excel, PowerPoint, etc. It depends on your Copilot label, on your license, but most people, you should have this button right here, okay? So I will just click here, and I want to create a presentation. And remember, we had a PDF not long ago that was a sales PDF, okay? It's the weekly sales report, and I want to create a presentation to show to my boss, okay? So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So I will paste a prompt right here that says, create a presentation from the attached weekly sales report for my Monday manager meeting, maximum 8 slides, etc. So I'm just applying what I just showed you, the goal, context, expectation, source, and make sure you have the allow editing mode that is actually selected. It will help you, actually, it will allow Copilot to edit your presentation directly, okay? And then, I didn't attach a PDF just yet. One thing that is super useful, if you want to level up your Copilot game, you need to pick the model, okay? I see a lot of people leaving this on auto. Please don't do that, okay? Please don't do that. You can use the Claude model right here, okay? If you don't have the Claude model available, use the GPT, okay? The GPT 5.6 right here. It will do a great job as well, okay? But please don't leave on auto. So I will go back and hit Claude Opus 5 right here, okay? So now I have my LLM picked, and that's super great. And what's missing is that I need to attach my PDF. So I'll click on the little plus, and then I will add images and file or Word content if your PDF is in OneDrive. So let me just do that. All right, here I am. And now one thing that you can do, because Copilot in PowerPoint is very great, is you click here on add content, and then you can select a brand, okay? And here in my company that's called the Slice Slice Baby, I customized my branding so you can see my colors here and all my assets, all my branding is integrated into PowerPoint directly. So Copilot will actually use this branding to create a good PowerPoint, and I will show you the results in just a few minutes. You will see how great this is. All right, here we are. Full disclosure, it took 9 minutes for Copilot to do that. And look at this. Let me turn off the pane right here. How good is this? How good does that look? It's straight from my PDF, okay? I can't find my words. I'm too flabbergasted. Straight from my PDF. Look at this. I have some charts. I have a beautiful pie chart. It's respecting my theme because I've put the brand skill in there, the brand design, excuse me, in there. That's so great. That's so great. It's better than what I could do. And of course, always review, right? So we have 8 slides. That's what we asked for, okay? So let me just ask a follow-up question, right? So if I want to take you to level 3.5, and this is, you require a paid Copilot license to do that, but let me do a follow-up prompt that goes like this. I will say, add a slide based on the latest email from David Fortin about the July 4th weekend plan. Title it July 4th weekend plan, pull out the key commitment, dates, and who owns what as a short bullet. Match a layout and style of the other slides, and I will hit send. And I just received an email from David Fortin that says some stuff. So you see it on the screen right now. It's from Outlook, and you will see Copilot will go directly into my Outlook, pull the info from this email, and it will create a slide based on it. Here we are. Copilot went through my Outlook. It found the latest email from David Fortin, and it built a slide from the content of the email. How good is this? It took a few minutes, of course, but it is so great. And if you've been wondering how you can actually use Copilot in the other 365 apps, you can do very similar with Excel. We could have went into Excel, use the allow editing mode, create a dashboard based on a PDF. You can also use this editing mode in Word to create table of contents, add footer notes, add the page number at the bottom. It is very, very, very good. And now if you want to unlock the next level, we are at level 4. It is Copilot agents, my friend, and you will love this level, I swear. Let's get to it. Level 4, my friend, that I call the James Copilot Bond, okay? Just like an agent. So we are diving into agents. So I'm an M365 Copilot right here, and you see on the left, I got tons of agents lined up. If you're not familiar with agent, just think like a travel agent. It's a copilot that was personalized to do one task. Just like when you go to a travel agent, it does one task, help you plan a trip, right? So you can see the agents right here. Maybe if you don't see them, two things. Maybe your admin turned them off, or yeah, that's it. That's only one thing. Your admin might have turned them off, but you need a paid M365 Copilot license to get the most out of agents, okay? You can use agents without a paid license, but it's not really useful, okay? So one thing I want to show you is the analyst agent, okay? So if you go to more agents right here, you will see your agents. That's mine, right? You can see the analyst here, but if you never used it, you will go into build by Microsoft, and then you will pick the analyst agent. When you click into see more, I'll let you find it, blah, 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 and then you go into the analyst agent. So the analyst agent, let me get into a new tab right here. It's made to do some analysis, right? It was trained to do some analysis, and you can see my prompt right here. I said, hey, compare these two weekly sales report, blah, 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 and I attached two weekly sales reports, the one you saw earlier, the PDF, and another one from the Slice Baby Pizzeria, right? And I will hit send right here. And I already prepared the prompt for you, and I want to show you the results, right? So the analyst agent will take a few minutes to run. It did 17 steps, as you can see here, and it crafted a whole analysis of my daily net sales, comparing the 2 weeks. It built some charts, etc., and it made me a key week over week results, okay? So that's really useful, and you can see at the bottom, it created a comparison in a table as well, right? So you might be asking, why should I just not do a normal prompt instead of using an agent? Well, the agent was trained to do this task, right? It's a specialist, so the results will be better and way more thorough, okay? So that's the pre-built agents from Microsoft. But let's take this to level 4.5, if we can say. So that's how you create your own agent, okay? And I have two agents I want to show you, and one that I have is the PowerPoint Guru. Okay, so just a few minutes ago, we prepared a presentation, a PowerPoint presentation with the weekly sales, etc. Right? And I have my PowerPoint Guru that helps me prepare for a presentation. So the PowerPoint Guru, I gave it some instructions telling it, hey, every time I attach a PowerPoint, you should help me prepare for my upcoming presentation by giving me like key bank questions, analyzing slide by slide, etc. Right? You can see, give me a presentation snapshot, a deck summary, a slide by slide comparison. And then you can see at the bottom here, if I scroll down, top risks, okay, and a question bank by angle. So which question I'm going to get asked in my presentation, right? Super, super useful. Another thing that I use, it's a little bit niche, okay? I write LinkedIn posts pretty much every day, okay? So go follow me on LinkedIn. But basically, I made an agent that what it does, it makes a LinkedIn post based on a YouTube video transcript, right? And then I just paste my transcript, which means what I say in the video, and then my agent first come up with 3 hook ideas, right? And it tells me, hey, I will pick number 3. Why? Because it taps into the pain, almost every finance, blah, 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 right? And then it will write the LinkedIn post. And then I will just have to copy, paste, and of course, review it. Okay, so that was level 4 of the Copilot agent. And how do you take it to the next level? The level 5 that I call the Clippy Twin, if you know Clippy, and that's the introduction to Copilot Cohort, my friend. Get ready to get mind blown right now. The use case. So basically, I have my course, Copilot Essentials, and it receives a lot of testimonials, and I feel like I'm doing a poor job at showing those testimonials. So you can see on my website right here, I have 9 testimonials, okay? And I bought a new tool, that is called Senja, and what it does, it's actually a place to centralize all your testimonials, right? So what I wanted to do is to import all of my testimonials from my course right here that is hosted in a platform that is called Thinkific into this new platform, Senja, okay? And I didn't find any ways of importing them. So what I did is I first started with manual import, right? Where I started like copy and pasting the testimonials like that. Like it didn't make any sense because I have like tons of them. I have like 70 of them or something. So I tried something, okay? Because the testimonials, You can see I have a ton. Okay, let me open this in incognito mode. Okay, let me show you here. Okay, so when I click here, join the course, you will see on the checkout page of the course, like at the bottom left, like there are tons of testimonials, right? Like just tons of them that are in Thinkific themselves, and I have like 70, as I just said. Okay, so I had an idea. So basically, what I did, I will go right here in my inbox. Okay, this is my inbox. I hid behind because you will see like all the transactions and everybody, but all of my testimonials, I receive an email, okay, in my Thinkific inbox right here. And you see it's like very templatized. So right here, I got a testimonial by this gentleman with the title, with the rating, etc. Okay, from the Thinkific platform. So I had an idea. I went to Cowork. Let me just go there real quick. Here we go. And what I did in Cowork is I asked to search my mailbox for all Thinkific course review, okay? And basically, I wanted Copilot Cowork to go in my emails, find all of those emails, and put them into an Excel file, very templatized, that I can then import in my tool here, Senja it's called, with upload spreadsheet, okay? So I tried it and I was like, okay, maybe it will work. And you will see here, I've put a picture. I gave it an example to Cowork because that's how I like to work with AI. I give examples so it can actually understand. So you see here, I put pasted an image of the emails directly, right? So it understand, and I did the first for him, okay? You see in the column rated, you should put the number. As you can see in the email, the number is 5, and put as well the date, as well the date. So it's very, very cool, and it ran for a few minutes. And look at it, look at this, look at the results, my friend, okay? I will take the first Excel file that it did. Look at this. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Look at that. It put all of the testimonials right here with the text, with the rating. Obviously, almost only 5, except this person. It happens. I can't please everybody. And it tagged it. It put the date, etc. And then I just went to my tool, imported the spreadsheet, and you will see. Where do I do that? Proof. You will see all the testimonials are right here. Look at that. Raphael, Juan, Elizabeth, like every one of these people, all the testimonial now in my tool, and then I will be able to show them to the world, which I did a poor job because when you buy something, I know that you like to have a testimonial. So now I ran this since January 1st, 2026, and I'm currently sending a second Cowork prompt to run it for the rest of the year, 2025, I should say. And oh, one thing I did, okay, you might be asking, Dave, since January 2026, and think like Cowork probably analyzed tons of emails, because every time I sell a course, I receive an email in the Thinkific mailbox label. So it cost me roughly 783 credits, which is $7.83, okay, to do that. But copy and pasting for the whole past 7 months, January to July 1st, 6 months actually, it will have take me probably 3 to 4 hours, right? As you just saw with Copilot Cowork, my course, Copilot Essentials from AI Beginner to Proficient, receives a lot of testimonials. And I think it's your fastest way to go from level 1 to level 5 real quick. The course has been followed by more than 3,000 busy professionals, and I think you will love it. The link is right here, learncopilot.ai/masterclass. Thank you for watching. If you learned something, please like the video and send it to one of your colleagues. And I hope that you have learned, and I will catch you in another video. Cheers.